Wakanda Forever! Yeah, this movie was alright. I mean, at this point, like, these movies basically come on an assembly line. If that surprises you, like, I don't know, like, you need to really get a deep check in reality, do you know what I mean? That being said, they're trying to do something a little bit different to what they're used to now. There's less cringy jokes.
What are those?
That's good. Given the passing of Chadwick Boseman, they clearly want to be a bit more serious on this one. Because it's not the same as it was with Endgame. Those actors, their contracts had ended. So they had to, like, work around this. And, you know, this isn't really bad, all things considered, of what they could have gone with. They could have just stopped the franchise entirely. But no, they just went around it and worked with their limitations. Kind of like how they did with the original Phase 1. There are some funny moments, but, you know, they're not as intrusive as, like, other MCU jokes normally are. And with the main character gone, you've got to give the focus to everyone else. While old and new characters are getting their moments to shine, it's pretty obvious that Shuri is being subtly pushed as the new protagonist. Because with T'Challa gone, that means our new protagonists are on the back foot against a rising threat in Namor. And that raises the stakes in an interesting way. How are all these people, without their great defender, going to fight something that is on the level as an Avenger? And let's be real, no one gave a shit about Namor. Before he was announced in this movie and before he went under a drastic and justifiable change. No one cared. Oh what, another comic book character in Atlantis? Well, never seen that before. Plenty of characters or stories, comic book or not, have gone under different reinterpretations or revamps throughout all of time. And if you're the kind of person to complain about that, you're definitely someone with a very limited perspective of the world. And yeah, I know Namor came out before Aquaman, shut up. Characters will go under subtle or even drastic changes. It's not good or bad, it's just mostly whatever. You do know that the original Green Lantern was a magician, right? And changing it to T'Challa Khan is more interesting, not just visually, but it makes the universe feel a bit more, unique. And Atlantis has been done to death. At least this way, people are going to be exposed to something a bit more different in the world. Mayan mythology can actually be very interesting if you give it a chance. But you wouldn't know that unless you get exposed to it. And I know people get complacent because they like seeing the same things over and over again. But sometimes a bit of change is good for you. And isn't that the biggest problem when it comes to these movies now? Is that there's a lot of change going on. Old characters going and new ones are coming in to fill their place. And I think sometimes that can be really upsetting for people. Because nostalgia is so bad that people actually miss what they had for breakfast. Because this phase is setting up so many things. An expansion of the universe, new characters, and a new big bad that we haven't encountered before. The cinematography is flat and interesting. The fight scenes are horribly shot. The CGI is far better than the first film, but there are still moments where it's a bit wonky, especially when the Black Panther is moving around. Oh, by the way, Shuri becomes Black Panther. Spoilers. But that was already spoiled for you in the trailers if you watched them. If you didn't, then this is the first time you're finding out. Sorry. I think everyone brought their A game in terms of the acting in this film, especially the actress for Ramonda. She really knocked it out of the park of someone who lost her son twice. And Shuri becoming Black Panther, I mean, that's something obviously the circumstances had to make that happen, but seeing her character go from what she could have been to something else now to being the new Defender, you know, something could be done with that, but I don't think a lot was done with that. Alright, here are my closing thoughts. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just, it doesn't leave much of an impression, but it leaves more of an impression than Love and Thunder. Like, Jesus, when I saw that movie, I just forgot that I'd seen it as soon as I walked out. Whew. Anyway, I'm kind of getting sick of my mates dragging me to see these movies, which I am not enthusiastic about watching anyway, so next time I'm going to talk about something a bit more fun. Okay, bye.